What's going on? Tectonic Edge here, playing some more Mono Green Tron. Lost the dial, alright. So we are now in the Ikoria Modern season. So Ikoria's cards are now playable online. I don't think they're playable in paper yet, but that's more COVID-19 stuff. Playing a build that's kind of designed to try and counter control decks. So we're going to see if that has any effect and if we can get the control matchup in this league. We're going to mulligan this hand. Pretty much I focused a little bit on uncounterable creatures in general, artifact counters for the Urza builds. I think we'll keep this, but then I also brought in Graveyard Hate because a lot of the control decks right now have a big graveyard aspect to them. We're going to pitch... Yeah, we're going to pitch the Ugin because we want the O-Stone in case we don't get Tron with this. It's possibly a little slow, but I want to see how it does. Alright, Polluted Delta. This could be a control deck, so we may get our first test right out of the bat. I did a few games in between, Elementals and Tron v Tron, which were uploaded. Alright, this is looking pretty control-based. Possibly an Urza deck with the blue-black nature. Possibly a Underworld Breach deck. We're going to see. Alright, we're going to draw our first card. Second O-Stone. Alright. Makes me wish we had the Ugin, but oh well. Our first move gives away exactly what our plan is. Because Eldrazi Tron doesn't play the Chromatic Stars. At least if we do map, they can question what we're doing. Godless Shrine, alright. Interesting colors. Con Great Creator. Not the worst. We'll crack this for green, get that draw. Hopefully Sylvan Scrying. Nope, second Karn. Alright, well, we'll Ancient Stirrings. And he's going to counter this with a Drown in the Loch. Yep. Unfortunate. Well, we are really counting on top decks here. They're definitely a graveyard-based strategy if they're running Drown in the Loch. Ooh, and the Lingering Souls. Alright. With a Field of Ruin. That's great. Alright, we pretty much need a land. That is not a land, and we don't have a green source. This just became rough. I really need to turn that off. Funny thing is, my sound is showing it that it's turned off on my phone, so I don't know why it keeps making sound. Yep, gonna swing in for 2. The good news is, or well, more likely, bad news is, he's still likely Field of Ruins here. Or cast another Lingering Soul. Or recast. Alright, never mind. Come on, top deck. Nope. He may know he needs to deprive me of green, which is going to be effective at this point. All right. Tower of Forest would be great. No. Oh, yeah, we're in a bad spot here. And we're losing to our own deck primarily more than anything. So he's a tokens deck then. 5, yep. That probably spells our defeat. This should be the point where he Fields of Ruin because it will lock me out completely. I can still top deck a tower at this point, which I don't, and he's got me. I could have used that a few turns ago and would have been able to recover, but a little too late. We'll concede this game. So he's got a token / graveyard strategy. I feel like his graveyard is somewhat important to him, so we'll take in the ley lines. Don't feel like counters are his biggest plan here. We'll take out the Dismembers, but we'll leave in the O-Stones. And maybe go down the Emrakul. Yeah, we'll go down the Emrakul. We'll leave everything else for the Karn to grab. So meta is definitely in an interesting spot. I've been looking at the MTG Top 8. Now, it may not be the most reliable data considering a lot of the big tournaments aren't happening as they usually do. So it's definitely limited, but it's showing a very high percentage of control in the meta, followed up by aggro and almost no combo. Which we like seeing the no combo, or little combo, but unfortunately the aggro deck at the top is burn, and we don't really have good matchups against the other control decks right now. I would like to play first. It's not Tron, so we will keep going. It's a ley line, but absolutely nothing else, so we'll keep going again. Go down to 5. And I do think we're going to keep that just, well, yeah, ley line. I think we can get a better 4. No, I think we keep. We'll put one of the ley lines and the Wormcoil on the top. At least it's 2 lands, and we get the ley line out. With him being tokens, it may not be the most effective card, but at least it prevents that second Lingering Souls. Or if he plans to get anything back from his graveyard with Mystic Sanctuary, because it's just free. There's no reason any deck that has any blue in it isn't running it. Best draw would probably be mine, Ancient Stirrings off the Chromatic, and then you hit nothing with that. Alright, little lucky there that wasn't a Thoughtseize. But I do believe he has Thoughtseize in there. We'll go ahead and crack for green. And secondary Tron land. Well, we'll run out the Blast Zone. Definitely not off to a good start here. At least we have turn 4 Thought-Knot Seer at the very worst. There's a Colonnade. He knows he has time. We're not really doing anything. Alright, that's going to be a pretty strong follow-up. Ooh, that's nice. Alright, well, we'll see if he has a Mana Leak. He's had enough time to know about it that he probably has some answer. Oh, Disdainful Stroke. Yep. Alright, well, there's not too much we could have done about that one. I wasn't going to miss an opportunity, not without Tron. If I had Tron and next turn was going to be 8 mana, I'd consider it. Or consider holding on to it to play 2 spells in a turn. But without that Tron, we just got to cast and hope. It would be great if he doesn't play another land here, and he doesn't have Cryptic online yet. Alright, more knowledge. It's not the worst spell still. I mean, it still says, I get to see your hand. So we can know to hold up a counter spell or not. This is going to be another Disdainful Stroke. Alright, well, there's Tron. Should have tapped differently. Alright, it's a negate. Well, that's Tron online with a Blast Zone, so not the worst. 3 cards in hand. He hasn't played any major draw effects. So that puts us in a decent position. Yeah, there's the Field of Ruin. Probably the tower, yep. People like hitting the tower. All right. Hopefully something. No, it's something. Worst case, we are putting 2 counters on Blast Zone. So he probably, he's definitely going to zero the Gideon. I mean, this Gideon only has a +1, a 0, and a 0, but I feel like we've interfered with him with the graveyard. This seems like he's playing a little slower than he should be. Yep. Alright, here's just going to be the damage swing. Put 2 counters here. And hopefully we draw something good. We are a little flooded. Alright, we're going to crack this on the draw step. Or, yeah, we'll do upkeep. Say goodbye to the Gideon. Still going to have to do with that Celestial Colonnade. What we could really use is that Ulamog. That doesn't save us, but it doesn't hurt either. So it is going to come down to our top deck. Pretty much, can we get a big threat or not? Yep, here's the Celestial Colonnade. We need a World Breaker to get rid of that. Or we die. We need a Karn that lands or we die. Can't block because of flying. Pretty much there's a lot of ways we're dead here. That's a pretty powerful one. Alright, well that precludes a lot of possibilities. Hopefully we don't draw any of those. That's nice. That may just be enough to keep us alive. If it lands. It does. We're going to go get a card from outside the game. Now, I'd like to say we get liquid metal coating, but he just activates this in response to that, turning it into a creature. It kills us anyway. No, so what we get is Pithing Needle. Naming Celestial Colonnade. And we will take the opportunity to swing in for 4. Can we draw something good? Not the worst. We have 7 mana. Based on what his board state currently is, I think we're going to go for the Walking Ballista. We're going to cast the Sylvan Scrying. Oh, yeah, we'll grab a secondary mine. We already have a green source. This will guarantee we get to keep Tron no matter what. I could be playing into something here. Oop. Second spell, that's right. Alright. A little bit of a miscalculation, but oh well. Still likely to land here. And we can start pumping it if it does. Or not. Yep, I should have taken that into account. Now, granted, it would have landed for 1, but... well, we'll keep swinging for 4. He runs tokens, so we're still in a rough spot here. Well, we'll go ahead and cast it. Alright, nice. He's going to scoop up to that. Oh, that was a close one. So that's game 3. I do not believe... let's bring in another Veil of Summer and a few Nature's Claims, if that's the way he's running it. I'll pull out 1 relic. We'll go down, yeah, one Karn. I like the Worm Coil still. Maybe down one O-Stone. They're still nice, but I'm going a little wide on my strategy, which, granted, usually isn't recommended, but no, this is going to be a mulligan. It's turn 4 stuff, but turn 4 is just too slow. That's not even turn 4 from the look of it. So we will keep mulliganing. That is... Nope. And we keep because there's really not much better we could do. So we'll get rid of the O-Stone. It hurts, but we'll run it like this. I really think the ley line helped us. We are definitely counting on top decks here. And unfortunately, he can counter some of what we can do. So if it runs long like before would be good. We may have been good with the turn 4, but looking for that turn 3 is what Tron does. Just a question of, can we dig our way out of here? That's going to hurt. He's going to take the Chromatic Star because we can't then cast the Ancient Stirrings. Yep. So this may be a do-nothing game. Going to depend heavily on this top deck. I'm not going to complain about that top deck. That still has us fairly decently on time frame. Now, granted, even if we do turn 3 Tron here, we don't have anything to do with it. So he's aware he can just build for the moment. Hopefully he doesn't have anything to do to take advantage of that. He doesn't. Now, if we could just get lucky and top deck a mine, we will be good. I'd settle for a Chromatic Star. I think the only difference between this right now and our first game is, yep, second Thoughtseize. Probably taking this. Karn just seems, he may leave us the Karn, because we are closer to playing the Ancient Stirrings, but if we get lucky and play the Karn, yeah, that's worse for him than if we play the Ancient Stirrings next turn. So getting rid of the threat seems good. Well, that's if it lands, it's slow Tron. We will technically have Tron next turn. If we can get a Chromatic Sphere or Star, we'll have something to do with the mana. I just realized he's a little land short as well. That's definitely helpful. Well, there's an extra draw at the very least. We will take the mine, play it, play Relic of Progenitus. He has a Surgical Extraction. This will be the time to use it. Or he's going to counter it. Alright. He's either got a handful of counter spells, or he's held up because he hasn't played another land. Well, this is an interesting problem. Common problem, not having a green source, but I really wish we didn't have to keep passing back and forth here. Even a forest would be appreciated at the moment. There's his third land. That's probably what he was counting on. If he doesn't play anything, probably means he's holding up counter spells. Alright, so I'm about to get rid of my graveyard anyway. Or not, he chooses not to activate. Interesting. Well, I am 1 mana away from casting that. So, not the threat I needed, but at least there's a threat in hand. This gets, considering he's got that in deck. That's what I was going to say. This gets worse the more turns he gets. We are now in big trouble. Well, there would have been the Ugin. Alright, he's drawn lands, which is not good for us. He seems content with that to have shut down our search, which is decent. He could actually be doing some damage right now. Although that's a little rough. Come on, green source. Alright, now we can at least dig and hope to find a way out of this. Alright, extra land on the bottom. If we can just play a land each turn, we'll be in a decent spot. Although he's swinging for 4 now, so he's definitely got a little bit of pressure. Feel like we really want a blast zone here. And they're going to go ahead and start doing that. Yep. Yep. We'll take a tower so that we stay on curb, play the tower, play the chromatic star. Does he counter that? So it's going to cost 2 more to cast a spell. We're going to crack for green. Somewhat interesting. Did I miscount this? I did not. Alright. You could have a counter spell for this, though. Does not. Interesting. Alright, I think we want... Ooh, we'll go for the O-Stone, actually. Because we can guarantee land that next turn. Alright, Gideon's going to become a 4/4 human. He's going for beats. He does know about the O-Stone. Let's see if he holds up for counter spells. I think he does. It's just a matter of what he holds up for. Alright, he's going to cast something. That's interesting. Alright, that's unfortunate. But we will take this. That's a good draw for us. At the very least, it's a blocker. He has 4 cards in hands, no draw engine, which is really helping us out. He can sacrifice a land to draw. Actually, we may be better served by attacking. He's at 7 life. Yeah, he's 2 swings away from dead. He wanted to draw a card there. A little bit of dig. He's probably... Oh, no, he can't target it with a Gideon, yeah. Yep. Alright, you can get me off Tron. I don't think he really has a need to right now. That's interesting. We'll see if he has an answer. We will Veil of Summer here. Never mind. I messed that up. So he may be going for the Gideon strat here. Yep, to Fury. Teferi, I always forget when he's in play, those static effects. That seems like a mistake. But we'll see. I think it's possible he probably has something if he's going for this strategy. Yep. That would be the strategy. So he gets a 2/2 knight every turn. We want the O-Stone to resolve, so we'll cast the Veil of Summer. Which we should have done last turn, but oh well. Run out the O-Stone. Here's the question. Do we attack? Because if we attack, I don't think we do. We'll just take more damage. He's going to be able to swing 6 next turn, and we want to block 4 of that. So our goal here is to find a way to get the Ugin out. This is unfortunate because, yeah, he's going to become a 5/5. Do we? Yeah, we block. Okay, that's not good for us. So that forces that move. All right. We are definitely not in a good spot here. Another 2/2. Yep. Pretty much we need him not to have a counter, and we need to draw a land here. It's not a land. 7. Yep, I think he's got us. Yep, and that was it. He's got us. Because he just animates both the Gideons and we're dead. See if he has a counter spell at the very least. Yep, there's a drown in the lock. It didn't matter, we were dead to any Gideon. Alright, well, good games though. Almost got there. I do think the ley lines helped out, but I'm not 100% sure how much. I think they just kept him from cycling those counter spells. Yeah, interesting games. Well, thank you for watching. This is Tectonic Edge, signing out. You know what? Let's see what the next card would have been, just out of curiosity. Yeah, that's what we needed that turn. Or the Karn probably would have saved us too. But yeah, thank you for watching. Tectonic Edge, signing out.